This is Chamber Choir number 2, and today I'm going to be discussing all that this cast block entails. So, the songs that I'm going to be discussing, I'm going to discuss all of them: For Wayfaring Stranger, Reap What You Sow, The Cuckoo, The Christmas Song, Bring a Torch, Jeanette Isabella, and Yokzid Frolokit. So first, working collaboratively with others is almost a given, seeing that I'm in a chorus. I am one of the chorus leaders. And so, For Wayfaring Stranger to start off with, very nice song. Probably the easiest out of all of them, just because I'm very used to singing the kind of American spiritual type song. So that was good. Probably the hardest in the pre-October 2nd would be the Cuckoo, because it's funk, and so the rhythm it's syncopated, and developing the skill set of not doing funk, because funk is a part of my culture, American funk, but rather in a choral setting, which was a very unique experience for me. I was not used to that. Reap What You Sow was also a new skill set, because unlike a lot of the solos I had done before, this solo was a call and response. And so my purpose was not to be loud and to be pretty over these melodies of oohs and ahs, but rather my main purpose was to lead a musical initiative, to charge forward and call and depend on the chorus to respond. That's a different musical relationship that I was accustomed to, and so making that sound pretty and understanding my role in that was also very different. Another difficult song in the Christmas music was the Christmas song. The chromaticism, the dissonance, the all the seeming almost loss of tonality. And what I mean by loss of tonality, there was definitely some kind of root, but it was so distorted with the chromaticism that I wasn't always sure exactly what I was looking at. So that was very difficult for me. And so the new skill set was an internal one, where I could understand the chords. So that way, when we finished a section and landed on a chord, I was able to understand this chord. So another one is Bring a Torch, Jeanette Isabella. Another song, not very difficult. I was very much able to get into it and to understand. However, this was not the case with Yokzit Frolokit. This is from Bach's Christmas Oratorio, which I had sung in its entirety before. But the new skill was now it was in German. And that was a big, big challenge to overcome. Understanding where the emphasis was, understanding um how the human voice, uh, what's the best way to be expressive in German? Where does it fall? Is it Yok zet froloket, or is it Yok zet froloket, or is it Yok zet froloket? All these different variations that it could possibly be, and depending on my teacher to disseminate this knowledge for me to be able to do this properly, um, was learning wasn't a new experience, but learning that was definitely a new experience, um, and a very difficult one, and it took a very long time before I could accept the fact that I'm singing in German and this is how it's supposed to sound. Um, so that was a very interesting experience, because with that piece you also had an orchestra. Um, which included various instruments, and it was very difficult to do this because the conductor now can't spend all her time on you and can't focus on you. You have to be more independent so she can make sure that the orchestra is together with her and that we're together with her and also that we're together with each other, the orchestra and the chorus. So I guess I'd been spoiled for so long, so having that to cope with was a whole nother experience. So my learning outcomes were working collaboratively with others, which involves every single song when I sing the intonation, um, the diction. Intonation is basically proper vowels, cutoffs, entrances are important in the ensemble. Mm, Perseverance and commitment. This is just 1 month out of the many months that I've done chamber choir, and I will continue to do it because I think it's important and I think it's a valuable asset to my high school career and to my development as a musician. On developing new skills, where we had the chromaticism of the Christmas song, we had the choral funk of the cuckoo, the German of the Yachzit Frohlocket, and the call and response of Reap What You Sow. All of those were new skills that were developed in this season, and that is choral performance number. This is a chamber choir number 2.